This is the crossing of the staffs, which means that anybody that is not an officer above may come up to the podium. La Yasha'Allah, which means to Israel. Imajim, which means to stand. Panyaki Dun, which means turn and face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakotka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawur, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Call, Yavam, Wasalakanawa, Kwabawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kwabawak Wala'a, Tabayayanawa, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Wa'alu, with the power, the Awalamyum, Aman, the Lord's Prayer in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the Hakak, or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bokashah, the Thulanawu, Hakak, Hakak, La Rapa'ah, Call Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, La Tahor, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, La Hakim, Hamatium, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Latama Alu, Lagarshan, by Hashem Yahushai, the Wadaman. Prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh, wa Yahushai, Wam Yaka'Allah, wa Alahayim, Matazabya, Alawap Yahana, Ha-Alawapium, Hazaranyum, Ha-Kodazayanyum, Ha-Chayayum, Wa-Akwathian, Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, the water Aman. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahohorium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Regolka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yeshun, Shalmar, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al, Yad, Yumyuka, Yawmum, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Baya'ala, Yahawah, Yashamarka, McCall, Rai, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahawah, Yashamar, Tazaka, Wabuaka, Ma'aika, Wa'aid, Awalam, Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayah, Lakat, Al Thakarash, Wa'al, Tashakwat, Al Kaya, Hanna, Awayabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya'arayamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Yaitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Unakidam, Magoya, Wala'at, Yazakar, Sham, Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawaitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Barya, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayum, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabor, Raimuan, Raimalak, Palashat, Ain, Yashabia, Tazawar, Gan, Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Selah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Kayabian, Banakaol, Kayashawan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shaitamwa, Nara, Yamawa, Ka'ira, Wagazaba, Wagazabak, Wakatazol, Manai, Kal, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarawa, Nayarashah, Lanawa, Nawat, Alahayam, Alahaya, Jaitamwa, Kagolgola, Kakwash, Lapanya, Roka, Kaash, Dabaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Dalahak, Haryam, Khan, Dardatma, Basairika, Wabasa, Wapatka, Dabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wabakashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wabawa, Idea, I, Wakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wadaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, Al Yawan, Al, Kol, Haratazah. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O my power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O my power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabor, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, A sword also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zeb. Yea, all their princes as Zebah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Shall persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, and they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. For the curses in the English, blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, listen to us now, right now, sin evils and curses, and punishment and destruction. To the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Sin evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Sin evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. Always, so be it. Sar, which means to turn. Shabia, which means to be seated. Going to be in 1 Samuel chapter 31 and verse 1. In the Blue Bible, reading Hebrew. So here. Hey, Shim's what? It's 1 Samuel chapter 31, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wapalashthium. Lakmayum. Ba Yasha'ala. Wayanaswa. Anashia. Yasha'ala. Mapanya. Palashathium. Wayatlawa. Kalalium. Bahar. A go by. But it's like a go by. Verse 2. Wayadabakwa. Palashathium. Ath. Shawal. Wa'ath. Banyawa. Wayakwa. Palashathium. Ath. Yahweh Wa'ath. Ahabian. Ahabian Debar. Slaki. Ahabian Debat. Wa'ath. Malakia. Shawai. Banya. Shawal. Verse 3. Wathakabad. Hamalakma. All. Shawal. Wayamat Slaki. Wayamat Slaki. Wayamatazawa. Hamarium. Anashium. Makwashath. Wayakal. Ma'ad. Memorium. Verse 4. Wayamar. Shawal. Lanashah. Kali Saki. Kayawa. Shalat. Karaban. Wadakranya. Ba. Pan. Yaba'awa. Hierolium. Hala. Wadak Ranya. Wa Hatailalwa. Baya. Wala'a. Abba. Nasha. Koyawa. Kaya. Yara. Ma'ad. Wayakwak. Jawal. Ad. Hakaram. Wayapal. Alya. Verse 5. Wayara. Nasha. Oyawa. Kaya. Math. Jawal. Wayapal. Gam. Hawa. Al. Harabwa. Wayamath. Imawu. Verse 6. Wayamath. Jawal. Washalashath. Banyawu. Wanasha. Koyawu. Gam. Kol. Anashyawu. Bayawum. Hawa. Yakadawu. Verse 7. Wayarawu. Anashya. Yasha'al. Ashar. Baibar. Haimak. Washar. Baibar. Hayardan. Kaya. Nasawa. Anashya. Yasha'al. Owakaya. Mathwa. Jawal. Wabanyawu. Wayaizabwa. Ah. Hiram. Wayanazawa. Wayabawu. Hashathiam. Wayashabwa. Wahan. Sa. Clap it up. All right, I'm going to get into English. First Samuel 31:1 in English. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled before the Philistines, and fell down slain in Mount Gilboa. And the Philistines followed hard upon Saul and upon his sons. And the Philistines slew Jonathan and Abinadab and Malchishua, Saul's sons. 3. And the battle went sore against Saul, and the archers hit him, and he was sore wounded of the archers. Verse 4. Then said Saul unto his armor bearer, Draw thy sword, and thrust me through therewith, lest these uncircumcised come and thrust me through and abuse me. But his armor bearer would not, for he was sore afraid. Therefore Saul took a sword and fell upon it. 5. And when his armor bearer saw that Saul was dead, he fell likewise upon his sword and died with him. 6. So Saul died, and his 3 sons, and his armor bearer, and all his men that same day together. So at this time, Saul was the king over the nation of Israel. And so he's King Saul, and the Lord brought Saul down because he refused to obey an order that the Lord had given him, which was to slaughter and destroy everything that was in the land of the Amalekites. Leave nobody alive, take none of their possessions. Like, you were supposed to have destroyed everything. But because Saul ended up hearkening on to the people rather than the words of the Lord, he ended up leaving cattle alive because the people wanted the cattle to be alive so they could add that to their belongings so they could further, get rich. And he also left the king of the Amalekites alive. When the Lord told him, to, destroy everything, and because he disobeyed this order, the Lord let Saul know that, him and his sons would eventually perish, and the throne is going to go to David, which just goes to show that just because you disobey the Lord, it doesn't mean that your judgment is going to be something that's instant. Like, it's not going to be something that happens in a blink of an eye. It can take a little time. The Lord can choose when it is that He wants to take your life, when it is that He wants to reclaim that spirit that belongs to Him. So I can. Verse 7. And when the men of Israel that were on the other side of the valley, and they that were on the other side Jordan, saw that the men of Israel fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, they forsook the cities and fled, and the Philistines came and dwelt in them. 8. And it came to pass on the morrow, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his 3 sons fallen in Mount Gilboa. 9. And they cut off his head and stripped off his armor and sent into the land of the Philistines round about to publish it in the house of their idols and among the people. Verse 10. And they put his armor in the house of Ashtaroth, and they fastened his body to the wall of Bethshan. 11. And when the inhabitants of Jabesh Gilead heard of that which the Philistines had done to Saul, 12. All the valiant men arose and went all night and took the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons from the wall of Bethshan and came to Jabesh and burnt them there. 13. And they took their bones and buried them under a tree at Jabesh and fasted 7 days. And of course, the heathens doing that to that brother, like the heathens have always sought to, defile or shame the Lord's anointed in any possible way throughout history, like even as they do today. That's why it is that, of course, the I.S.U.P.K has been attacked by, either they're Ishmaelite or Edomite terrorists from the land of Palestine. You understand? Because, of course, they know exactly who it is that we are and what we stand for, which is why we're so feared in this earth. Slacky, some press. Is it an emergency? Is it an emergency? Let me call you back. All right, some press. 2 Samuel chapter 1 and verse 1. Now it came to pass after the death of Saul, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Amalekites, and David had abode 2 days in Ziklag. Verse 2. It came even to pass on the third day that, behold, a man came out of the camp from Saul with his clothes rent and earth upon his head. And so it was, when he came to David, that he fell to the earth and did obeisance. Verse 3. And David said unto him, From whence comest thou? And he said unto him, Out of the camp of Israel am I escaped. Verse 4. And David said unto him, How went the matter? I pray thee, tell me. And he answered, As the people are fled from the battle, and many of the people also are fallen and dead. And Saul and Jonathan his son are dead also. Verse 5. And David said unto the man, to the young man that told him, How knowest thou that Saul and Jonathan his son be dead? 6. And the young man that told him said, As I happened by chance upon Mount Gilboa, behold, Saul leaned upon his spear, and lo, the chariots and horsemen followed hard after him. 7. And when he looked behind him, he saw me and called unto me. And I answered, Here am I. And he said unto me, Who art thou? And I answered him, I am an Amalekite. Verse 9. He said unto me again, Stand, I pray thee, upon me, and slay me, for anguish is come upon me, because my life is yet whole in me. Verse 10. So I stood upon him and slew him, because I was sure that he could not live after that he was fallen. And I took the crown that was upon his head, and the bracelet that was on his arm, and have brought them hither unto my Lord. Verse 11. Then David took hold on his clothes and rent them, and likewise all the men that were with him. Verse 12. And they mourned and wept and fasted until even for Saul and for Jonathan his son, and for the people of the Lord, and for the house of Israel, because they were fallen by the sword. So even though David, even though Saul wanted to unalive David and despised David because he was next to rule, the kingdom, and of course Saul's line would be cut off from the throne. Even though they had their differences, like this brother, he still made sure to mourn for what had happened to King Saul and Jonathan and the brothers that had perished out there on the battlefield that day. That's a brotherhood that is lost within our nation. Like, we have any kind of disagreement, and we are so ready to just take one another's life. And we are ready to blame a brother or a sister for whatever it is that is happening to them, like as if they deserve the punishment it is that we get in this hell. When in reality, like, we see the condition that our people are in today. Like, we see the brothers and sisters that are strung out on substances, the brothers and sisters that get unalived not only by heathens but other brothers and sisters, whether it be gang violence, be the cartels, it just be some disagreement, whatever it is that we have going on. Like, we should see the condition of our people, and we should be mourning the state of our nation. Like we should be falling to the earth and praying to the Lord to deliver us out of this hell, to show our people a better way of life, a better way it is that we can conduct ourselves, how it is that we can, heal as a nation. And the only way to really heal is to come into the I.S.U.P.K and to get the truth of these scriptures right here, to get the real breakdowns without the Christianity, without the white supremacy that has been forced upon these scriptures. Because in reality, like the Bible, it builds up Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not only will it build up our families and our communities, but will rebuild our spirit. It will make us new. It'll make us born again. You understand? And that's exactly what it is that we need in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community. I mean, look outside. You don't believe me? You don't believe the I.S.U.P.K? All you gotta do is look outside. Look at what's going on with our people, and you know it. You know in your heart that we need to be made a new people. Verse 13. And David said unto the young man that told him, whence, Slakia. Verse 13. And David said unto the young man that told him, whence art thou? He answered, I am the son of a stranger, an Amalekite. 14. And David said unto him, how was thou not afraid to stretch forth thine hand to destroy the Lord's anointed? 15. And David called one of the young men and said, go near and fall upon him. And he smote him that he died. 16. And David said unto him, thy blood be upon thy head, for thy mouth hath testified against thee, saying, I have slain the Lord's anointed. Verse 17. And David lamented with this lamentation over Saul and over Jonathan his son. 18. Also he bade them teach the children of Judah the use of the bow. Behold, it is written in the book of Jasher. Verse 19. The beauty of Israel is slain upon thy high places. How are the mighty fallen? 20. Tell it not in Gath, publish it not in the streets of Ascalon, lest the daughters of the Philistines rejoice, lest the daughters of the uncircumcised triumph. 21. Ye mountains of Gilboa, let there be no dew, neither let there be rain upon you, nor fields of offerings, for there the shield of the mighty is vilely cast away, the shield of Saul, as though he had not been anointed with oil. 22. From the blood of the slain, from the fat of the mighty, the bow of Jonathan turned not back, and the sword of Saul returned not empty. 23. Saul and Jonathan were lovely and pleasant in their lives, and in their death they were not divided. They were swifter than eagles, they were stronger than lions. 24. Ye daughters of Israel, weep over Saul, who clothed you in scarlet with other delights, who put on ornaments of gold upon your apparel. 25. How are the mighty fallen in the midst of the battle? O Jonathan, thou wast slain in thine high places. Saying, of course, this is King David just giving props to King Saul and Jonathan, letting you know how mighty they were, and letting Israel know how it is that these brothers made them rich, how they were able to bring them, the wonderful things in life, through King Saul's rulership. Verse 26, I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of women. And of course, you know, the enemies of the Bible will take that and, you know, try to make King David and Jonathan out to be alternative lifestyle practitioners. So, when, you know, of course, in our law, you know, an alternative lifestyle is an abomination. Like you get unalived for living that kind of lifestyle, because of course the God of this earth, of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, he understands how destructive that lifestyle is to a nation. Like, you know, if you don't believe the Bible, then go look at what it is that the church has created. Like, go look at all the brothers and sisters who have been assaulted and fondled by their pastor or deacon, by some, you know, sister that be sitting in the front row in them churches. And then go look at their condition. Look at the hell it is that they've been through, having to grow up and go through that trauma. You understand? Um, but really, what this scripture is talking about is that these brothers would have done anything for one another. Like they wouldn't have abandoned each other for anything. You understand? But if you get into it with your woman, you get you a second, third, fourth wife, your rib is liable to leave you. Yes, she might be there for you sometimes. Like, she might be there to rub your back, rub your feet, cook you a hot meal, comfort you in any way it is that she can. But at the end of the day, when y'all get angry and she tries to kick you out, who's gonna be there for you? It's gonna be your brother. Like, your brother is gonna be the one there to hold you down, make sure you have a place to stay, make sure it is you have food to eat. And he'll be there to defend you if any enemies try to come against you. Like that's the kind of brotherhood that is only taught here in the I.S.U.P.K. Because of course we stand with our brothers. We'll house our brothers. We'll provide them with whatever it is that we need. And hell, even brothers that aren't in the school, brothers and sisters that aren't in the school, we even feed and house them. Like that's how much it is that we truly adhere to these scriptures right here. And of course, nobody else in the earth can say that they help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians like the I.S.U.P.K. 27. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? 2 Samuel 2:1. And it came to pass after this, that David inquired of the Lord, saying, Shall I go up into any of the cities of Judah? And the Lord said unto him, Go up. And David said, Whither shall I go up? And he said, Unto Hebron. Verse 2. So David went up thither, and his two wives also, Ahinoam, the Jezreelitess, and Abigail, Nabal's wife, the Carmelite. Verse 3. And his men that were with him did David bring up, every man with his household, and they dwelt in the cities of Hebron. Verse 4. And the men of Judah came, and there they anointed David king over the house of Judah. And they told David, saying, that the men of Jabesh Gilead were they that buried Saul. 5. And David sent messengers unto the men of Jabesh Gilead, and said unto them, Blessed be ye of the Lord, that ye have shewed this kindness unto my Lord, even unto Saul, and have buried him. 6. And now the Lord shew kindness and truth unto you, and I also will requite you this kindness, because ye have done this thing. 7. Therefore now let your hands be strengthened, and be ye valiant, for your master Saul is dead, and also the house of Judah have anointed me king over them. 8. But Abner, the son of Ner, captain of Saul's host, took Ishbosheth, the son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim, 9, and made him king over Gilead, and over the Asherites, and over Jezreel, and over Ephraim, and over Benjamin, and over all Israel. Okay. All right, with that Imagine, just going on the podium. La Yasha Allah, which means to Israel. Imagine, which means to stand. Panyaki Dum, which means to turn and face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, I.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'at, Ratazayah, I.S.U.P.K, Barataza, Kawur, I.S.U.P.K, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakum, Call, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kwawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kwawat Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabayayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalaka, Waha'alu, Watapar, Laulamyam, Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. For the cock, or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Vashem Yahushai, Babukashah, Nathanahu, Hakak, La Rapa'ah, Kal Makalah, Ukal Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakim, Hamatim, Hakak, Al Rakawat, Latama Allah, Lagarshan, Lahakim, Matim, Hakak, Al Karawat, Latama Allah, Lagarshan, Bashim Yahushai, the water Aman. Pray for the power in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Pray for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh, wa Yahushai, Ram Yaka Allah, wa Lahayim, Matazabia, Alawap Yahanna, Halawapium, Hazarunium, Hakwadazayanium, Hakayayam, Walquathian, Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, the water Aman. Blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayunya, Ahorium, Mayun, Yaba'ah, Isariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waratazah, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Rogoka, Al Yanawam, Shamarka, Ana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shamar, Yasha'alu, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al, Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bayalu, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Mukol, Rai, Yashamar, Atnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Owaaka, Ma'aita, Wa'ai, Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, all Damayah, Lakah, all Thakarash, Wa'ol, Dashakwat, all Kayah, Hana, Awayabuka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya'arayamwa, Suwada, Wayatha, Ya'aitazua, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanaki Dam, Magoya, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Sham, Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawaitzawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryak, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alayum, Mawa'aba, Wagarium, Wabal, Wa'imawan, Wa'imalak, Halashah, Aim, Shabia, Tazawar, Gam, Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya, Lawat, Selah, Aisha, Lahum, Hamadian, Kasayasara, Hayabian, Bonakaal, Hayashawan, Yashamadwa, Ryan Da'ara, Hayawa, Damun, La Dama, Shaithamwa, Nara, Yamawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazabak, Wakazazal, Ranai, Call, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarashah, Lanawa, Nawa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shaithamwa, Kogogola, Kakwash, Lapanya, Roaka, Ka'ash, Dabaira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Dalahak, Harayam, Khan, Dardapma, Basairika, Wabasa, Wapatka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakashwa, Shemka, Ya'awa, Yabashwa, Wayabawa, Idea, Ai, Wayaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayaiwa, Kaya, Atha, Shemka, Ya'awa, Labarka, Al Yaban, Al, Call, Haratazah. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O my power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O my power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation,
That's right.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zeba and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. First for the curses in the English. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. Saul, choose a turn. This concludes the I.S.U.K. Indianapolis Sabbath service. Salute to the brothers of Israel, Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatam.
Salute to the sisters watching online. Maybe Israel Majum Shabbat, Majum, Barak,
Yahweh Shemar, Thun, Bashem Yahushai.
Edim Atah. Anybody be anointed this time? Okay, I caught that up.